I'm recording. I don't even know where to start. So, go on. Keep that.
Get in there! Go on! Yes, lads.
Don't you
Welcome back to the channel.
No, man. 1 point, 2 games. Surely now.
We don't need 1 point. We need to win on Sunday. We're going up as champions.
We just need Brentford or West Brom to drop points. That's literally it. They don't even have to win. They don't even have to lose. They just need a draw. One of them just need a draw. If they both draw, oh my days! Imagine that. We'll win the league.
We literally might be up before we even kick off against Fat Rooney.
Oh man, these next 2 games. Are you watching them on Friday, Saturday? Then you will be, won't you?
I will. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, going for a meal.
Can't not, can you? You can't not. You'll be watching it, or you'll be keep
on my phone. Have the phone on the side.
Yeah. You'll be looking at the table, trying not to be rude. Shit, I dropped my fork just there, having a quick glance at the match. But
yeah,
I was wearing my Mandolin shirt.
Oh yeah.
And it's fair to say the force was with us today. Pardon the fun. Oh man, what do you think of the game? You summarised it from your.
That was a very, very stressful 90 odd minutes. I mean, you have to be fair. Just hats off to Barnsley. Fair play to them. They were very, very good. You know, you're looking at them going, how are they bottom at league? Because, they were very good. It was relentless at times, you know, like we couldn't even string. It was like we were playing ourselves. Like we couldn't string more than 5 passes. Exactly. The amount of press they put on us. But look, end of the day, that's what champions do. That's what we didn't do last year, and that's the difference this year. You know, we've learned to dig in and win ugly.
Exactly, that's it. That's what I was
say, yeah. That's the best way you can say it. You know, it was a tough game, but we've won ugly.
Just put our bodies on the line. Sure, there were. I don't think there was so much individual mistakes from us. There was a couple of times I thought we weren't quick enough on the ball, and we deal-dallied, and then they got because of the press. Of course, they were pressing, but even still, we were a bit slow with our decision making at times. You look at the Alien, he got caught, didn't he, by the 2 Barnsley players. That created a big opportunity for them. But, again, still getting bodies in the way. They were still throwing the bodies on the line. You can't take that away from the lads. They still put 100% effort in. It was just it's just one of those anomaly games for us, really, wasn't it, where we didn't absolutely dominate.
You could tell Calvin was sat there hating every set. Because there were so many times where that area he'd be patrolling was just... so open, you could put about 30 bloody tents up there. Like it was like everyone was looking around going, do I go there? Do you go there? Like so many times Cooper's not knowing who to mark, and Ben White wasn't right in position sometimes. Because that's the only problem. I love Bielsa because during the game you can switch from a 3 back to a 4 back to a 5 back. He's so fluid like that. But today it wasn't working as well because there was a lot of times where it seemed the players didn't really know who they were marking or what space they were supposed to be in or whatever. But look, thank God Barnsley didn't have the quality to punish us. And
you can see why the bottom of the conversion table. I
thought we would be because of Bamford, but
well, do you know up until after the lockdown, we were 3rd from bottom in conversion. Now since lockdown, we're 5th from bottom now. We've overtaken Millwall, I think it was.
Clinical.
Yeah. That's Paddy Bamford. And again, as you know, you got to give him a bit of credit for the assist he got today.
Did very well. Did well for the assist. Kept it in as well. He made the run. It was a fantastic. The thing that made that goal was that reverse kind of pass from Clicky.
Yeah,
that was class. That was Pablo-esque, that ball. Yeah. But look, if Bamford don't make that run, he doesn't have the option for that pass. So it was a good goal. It was a good goal. I'd say who actually did surprise, who I thought was quite well, was the young lad who came on, Struick. I thought the first minute or two, he was a bit slow, like he got caught in possession once or twice, but once it kind of got going, like he looked very good.
Yeah.
He won basically everything in the air.
He did.
So, it shows I'd be tempted to start him there next game in the middle and keep Ben White as he is. Do you know what I mean? Keep it as similar, straight swap Struick for Calvin.
How many times has Struick played for us though in the first team?
I know he played. I think he played a couple of games last season.
Yeah, but not this season. I don't think he has he?
this season, maybe the Arsenal game in the cup, maybe
In the
I don't
cup
know.
potential, but in the league, I don't think he's come on.
No, that was it. No.
Yeah, he did really well. Fair, you know,
Yeah.
for considering he's had no game time at all, pretty much. He's fantastic effort. I suppose you got to give credit to the coaching team for that, though, behind closed doors, for them to be so sharp when they come on.
Yeah.
So
I think as well, like we used to see Bielsa very reluctant to make changes. You know, he'd be most of the games you go through, he'd make one change, it'd be in the 92nd minute.
I think
that was credit to Barnsley. Pardon?
A bit different as 5 subs available now.
5 subs, but also I think that's another way of showing Barnsley like the credit they deserve from that game. You know, because he was constantly changing personnel and systems. Nothing was really working. Let's be honest.
No.
We created a few 2 or 3 good chances, but it wasn't a typical Bielsa performance.
Definitely not.
But at the end of the day, look, we go up. You're not going to look back at this season going, oh, that performance against Barnsley. No, you're going to look at the win. You don't care about the performance.
Yeah, exactly. It's these types of games that, you know, you look at the Luton game, like, how do we get a point? And then we get 3 points against Barnsley. It's like, what? How does it make sense? Doesn't even compute. but we did. And that's the main thing. We've got the 3 points on the board. I mean, the first half on the whole, Barnsley had the better. Throughout the game, had the better chances, but in the first half, they slightly edged us. Obviously, we've got the crucial goal. At that point, you're thinking 1-0. We don't lose from winning positions. And I know we didn't in the end, but you expect to come out. Pablo comes on. You think, yeah, here we go. It's going to be. This is where the 3 or 4-0 comes in. The floodgates open now. Complete opposite of what we thought there, really, wasn't it? And I suppose, you know, going forward, Barnsley were fantastic. You, that's why you wonder, how are they a bottom team club, bottom of the league club? But then you look at the shot conversion, some of the individual errors at the back. I felt like they were very easy at times to get by. I just feel as though, again, we're just missing that little bit of finishing product at the end. But again, you have every team has them games, or even Liverpool have them games, as you saw against Arsenal. I mean, they had 24 shots to their 3 and they lost 2-1, didn't they? So, you know, it's just one of those things. But with Roberts, I thought he was a bit unlucky. As you saw in the group chat that I feel as though twice in the first half, I mean, we only played the first half, but twice it was near the edge of the box in Acres. Could have passed the ball back to him, would have had 2 pretty much clear opportunities to score. You'd think he would have taken one of them at least. That was my only sort of real criticism.
Did you realise who was going to have to pass it back? Bamford. He don't want to lose his striker position.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can hold that against him, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, Tyler, you have to remember as well that he's what, 21 or something.
He is. Yeah, he's all just turned 21 actually. Yeah, back in January.
He's a young lad, and
yeah.
It's annoying because he's shown. I still don't think he's a number 10 or like attacking mid. I think he's a striker. But he's shown. It's annoying because he's shown glimpses of real quality. Like for example, I'm thinking of like West Brom last season. The lad got like 3 assists.
Yeah.
Even this season, like the whole game, he came on for 10 minutes and got 2 goals. Like he's a quality player, left foot, right foot, even with his heading.
He's more than capable.
Yeah, he is.
I think he's underperforming personally a little bit for his standards from what he's said.
You'd like to think if he gets a string of games under his belt, he'd be able to kick on, but he hasn't. He's got the game, but he's not kicked on. Do you know what I mean?
That's the funny thing about it is that last season he was obviously injury struck throughout the season, and he came on. He thought, "Oh, what a player this Robert's going to be," and he still will be. He's only 21, like you said. Yeah. Like you said, it's surprising that he hasn't quite hit that run of form we'd expect from him. But I suppose that's credit to the team, you know, for the high expectations we have of them. So, but would you put this game as the toughest game all season? Not to watch, but but in terms of the players and the match.
Either this game, or I remember as well West Brom at home and Preston at home.
The thing is with those games is that we pretty much dominated the first half against West Brom, I would say. We could have been 2 or 3-0 up at half time. Then they came out and they played like Barnsley in the second half. I feel on the whole of the overall game, I personally put this number 1. Which
I'd say either today or Boxing Day where we had Preston at home. I remember that game because it was kind of like today, like where you kind of watching it going, what's going on? Like, this is not Leeds, and it took a deflected 90th minute potluck shot from Dallas to get the goal. I remember thinking, again, we've got away with one. But yeah, no, I mean, you have them games, you know, that's the thing though. You think about how many actual teams have come against that have matched us or better us.
We've played 44 matches and only two out of 44.
2 or 3,
you could say that, well, yeah, we probably could have lost them games. The other 42, you think, sometimes, like, how did we lose? You know, or how have we not won the game? You know, that's such high credit to the boys, though, and Bielsa and the coaching staff is. We're saying that they should have only lost 2 games all season. That's mental to say. You'd never think about saying that about us, would you?
No. I was saying it to my dad after the game today. I was going, that just shows like how good we've been and how lucky we've been to have that have it under Bielsa the last few years. Considering we've not had many games like that where we've been poor, and yet if you look at the stats, it's still like pretty even. Like,
yeah, they're not even that horrendous.
Not even that far off. Yeah, they had 5 more shots off target, but apart from that, on target, we beat them in possession. Like, as in, you look at it from a neutral point, they're probably going, "What are you worrying about? You didn't even play that bad." But we're going, "Oh, because we didn't dominate." Like, that's just the standards you set.
We still created, 2-3 big chances. Obviously, a good save from Bamford in the second half. I feel as though, how Bielsa was trying numerous things to try and keep us resolute for the game. I feel as though from like the 80th minute, 82nd minute, the game was nullified at that point. We went up a couple of times in the counter attack, and we really could have put the game to bed.
One, I think it was Dallas when Bamford slotted him in. I still think that was the wrong pass in my opinion. Obviously, Dallas should have scored. But if you literally watch that clip back, if Bamford cut in on his left foot, his favoured left foot, he had a pass similar to, do you remember that goal against Hull when Clicky or Helder hit it out wide, took one step in and hit it past it wide? If Bamford looked up and passed it to his left, Alioski's literally running into the penalty spot, basically, right in the middle of the goal. No one around him. Would have been on his favoured left foot, but look, that's all if, buts, and maybes. Look, we've got.
And we still won. So
we've got to win. I know. Who was your? Out of curiosity, who would have been your man of the match for that game then?
My man of the match, if I'm being honest, I can't even give it to a player. Like,
really?
not in a horrible way. I think all of them in a way they're quite even. I'd give it to Bielsa just for the shit. I know it might be a cop out. But just because of the tactically he was trying so much, he did everything to nullify the game. I feel as though it was a tough game to tactically try and keep Barnsley from going passes. So I really.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. For me, it's the captain, Liam Cooper.
Yeah, he had a solid game.
Fantastic. He made 2 or 3 blocks in that game, which were as good as a goal.
The worst.
So many times where I thought, oh, this is it. The cross is falling straight to their man, 10 yards out, whatever, and boom, flying out of nowhere. The first one. Normally it's Berardi. No, it's Cooper. Absolutely, like a proper captain's performance. Like, and you saw how much it meant to them. That was beautiful at the end. The scenes. You saw how much it meant to them all. Like,
definitely. Oh, God. I feel as though Mesley had a good game again. Thank goodness Kiko didn't start because you never know where the game would have gone otherwise, would you? We were quite relieved when we saw the team sheet there, weren't we? But Mesley had a good game. Like I said, Cooper, arguably man of the match as a player on the pitch. Stewart, when he came on, I thought it was fantastic. But obviously, you only played the half, so if you're going off overall, you have to give it to Cooper, don't you, for that? But when Stewart came on, he did make a big difference in nullifying them. Other players, Alioski was very energetic when he came on. As well. He was up and down that line. Obviously, as we saw, Bielsa was clapping Alioski and Bamford for their work rate because they kept going, I
actually thought Helder was playing good until Moa broke his ribs. The dirty...
he didn't look that bad, though, did he?
He looked that bad. Well, as in, there was no need. The man's passed it to his right back. and Helder's about 10 yards away from him, and he's just bang.
You could hear him swear, like, "Get up, you pussy," and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, "What do you mean?"
I know. Calm down, fat lad.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
well, he didn't have an increase in pace.
Helder was looking sharp today. Like, every time he got the ball, you kind of creep on your edge of your seat a bit. You're going, right.
On the free kick from the set pieces and corners, they looked dangerous, didn't they, again? Yeah. They looked dangerous against us in the first game from set pieces as well. You could see again, they had a few opportunities where you thought, oh, wow, how did he not score? I mean, obviously, Cooper just about put his man off, didn't he, as well? It wasn't a penalty. People would say it was potentially a penalty. I don't think that definitely wasn't a penalty. My only concern, if I'm being honest, and I've thought about this throughout the whole season, and I mentioned it earlier in the video, is our sharpness on the ball, our speed sometimes. Because I think when we go to the Prem, obviously it's a faster game in the Prem, we need to be quicker in possession. So I think I know that's probably down to the standard Championship, and you kind of get stuck in that kind of rut, don't you? You got time, haven't you, to do it? And you look at teams against Barnsley, there's going to be more of that next season.
That's it,
whether we can cope with that.
I think the thing you have to remember today, though, is, we can definitely cope with it, as we saw in the Arsenal game earlier.
Exactly.
You have to remember the thing today, as much as we missed Calvin defensively, we missed him probably even more in an offensive point of view, because he's always that outlet. He's the one, like you saw today, when our defence had the ball and there was 3 or 4 Barnsley players pushing onto him, Calvin's the one always who finds that little pocket, like, little pass into me. And that's the simple thing. It's the one-step movement. He gets one touch out of his feet and spreads it 5-10 yards. It's the simplest bit of football you'll ever see, but it's the most effective, and it's why we can dominate games, because we can break the press and we can then push them back and control in their half. Yeah. And we really missed that today. We really missed that. As in, that's why it was at times we couldn't get out. That's why we were having to force it long, or like Ayling, when he lost the ball, he didn't know what to do, because you normally have that Phillips there to pop it off to. And that's something that I thought Struick kind of offered him when he came on. So that's why I'd be tempted to start. Maybe.
Yeah, no. If he plays like he did today, obviously it's difficult to slot him straight in because he's not had any game time, has he? So after seeing today, I'd feel comfortable with him in that position at the minute.
Definitely.
Looking at the team though, obviously at the minute we're pushing a centre back into centre defensive mid. Do you feel Forshaw still be a backup to Phillips when he comes back, or do you feel we need to maybe get somebody else for that position? I don't think he's an out-and-out CDM, is he? Forshaw is a centre mid.
Clicky or Roberts, like that position, like box to box. But I don't see the other thing as well. I always thought Shackleton would be like that, like the next kind of Lewis Cook kind of thing, like. Yeah. But he's been playing, because that's the position he played in the academy. He played in that central mid, but when Bielsa came in, he stuck him more on the right hand side. So I don't know. I feel like going forward, we will have to buy someone.
I think we need a CDM.
Just purely as a replacement for if something like this happens. If
exactly, someone to slot in.
He's always liable to a red card here and there if he gets a red, or if he gets injured or anything.
Yeah, he's guaranteed to miss 8 games a season. That's what it always feels. He's missing 8 games a season, and whether it's through suspension, through injury, he always seems to miss about a fifth of the season.
And they're the games that we drop points. So
exactly.
We do need to think about that. We do need. I think that's something. As much as I love Ben White, I'm much more happier with him in the defence. Not because I don't think he can't do it in the midfield, just because I trust him a lot more than a Brady. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's not even a slight on Brady. It's just Ben White is that good. I don't think there's any centre-back in the division better than him. He's got the most interceptions. The stats prove it. Yeah. And that's why I want us going forward to look into that. But look, we'll talk about that in the summer review, I guess. in the Premier League.
End of season review.
Yeah.
We'll do like an awards thing for all of it.
Award ceremony.
Yeah, we'll get them all down. We'll have an awards show for him. We'll put food and drinks on for him. I think though, all in all, fantastic. We've got the derby next. If you're down for the preview, which we will be doing Friday, Saturday, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
I think we'll wait until after the West Brom game, especially, and maybe the Brentford game, just to see if we definitely secured it by then.
Yeah.
But still buzzing. You still got last night's t-shirt on. That's how buzzing you are.
I'm like a Cheshire cat, mate. Cheshire cat, can't stop smiling.
Oh, man.
Oh, mate, absolutely buzzing. What a result. What a result. We're going up as champions, mate. One more win. Forget the one more point or being up before Sunday. One more win, we're up.
Yeah. One win.
One more win with champions. Yeah,
we are the champions. Champions of Europe. We're
going up as champions. Yeah, definitely. Well, what a day. What a result. What a stressful 90 minutes, but
I know.
We can breathe.
Right, on that note, we're going to go sleep now. I'm going to go sleep for about 15 hours after that. So it's still buzzing, no mind you. And we'll see everybody in the preview for Derby. Yes. Fingers crossed we've won the league by then. Actually, do you want us
I'd want to win it. I'd want to do it there.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Frank Lampard's still crying. Nons. Come on.
Yeah, I reckon he'll be watching the game, Lamps. If they're not playing on the Sunday, are they? I
don't care, mate. I don't care. Come on.
Right. Nice one. See you in the preview, my friend. All the best to everyone. Take care for now. Stay safe. Don't celebrate too wildly yet. We've still got a game on Sunday. So.
Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.
Oh, you're such a good egg, aren't you? Does my job for me. Taking over the channel, if you know. Right. See you in a bit.
Thank you for watching our video. If you want to look professional and act like it too, just see me and where I got this shirt.
And you can pay him absolutely nothing for some free advice on that to look professional.
I don't know how to get you an iron, but I can get you a shirt. That's the main thing.
It comes creased as well, all creased up just for your liking.
Exactly. We've got to keep it personal, just like our videos. And if you like them, like you like this shirt, don't forget
then please roast Brad.
Yep.
Oh, that as well. See you in the next one.
See you in the next one. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.